All right, so now we're going to switch from prisms and cylinders to pyramids and cones. Now, you do have a quiz coming up on prisms and cylinders. I think it's on Friday, but you need to not forget those formulas just because we're about to learn some new ones. All right, so first of all, a regular pyramid is a pyramid whose base is a regular polygon, like a square or a regular hexagon or an octagon, something like that, and whose lateral faces are congruent isosceles triangles. So the altitude or the height, those terms kind of get used interchangeably, is a segment from the vertex perpendicular to the base. That is right there. That's the height. The slant height is the distance from the vertex to the midpoint of the base edge. Basically, the slant height would be like if you were sliding down the side of the pyramid. The slant height is the height of this triangle. So, for a regular pyramid or for a cone, the lateral and surface areas are given by these formula. The lateral area is 1/2 perimeter times the slant height. Now, with a prism, it was perimeter times height, but the reason we have to use slant height is because the sides don't go straight up and down. They lean over. So we have to use the slant height. And the reason it's a half is because what kind of a shape is this on the side? Well, it's a triangle. So it's half base times height. So it's half perimeter of the base times the height of that triangle, which is the slant height. And then the lateral area plus the area of the base, there's only one base in a pyramid or a cone, gives you the surface area. All right, so let's do these. We'll start exactly the same way that we did before. Start with the base. Find the perimeter of the base. There are 4 sides at 12 each. Is 48. Find the area of the base. In this case, that'll be base times height. It's 12 times 12 is 144. The lateral area is 1/2 the perimeter of the base times the slant height. It's half because we have triangles instead of rectangles or parallelograms. And it's the slant height because the sides all slant over. Remember, lateral means sides. So that's 1/2 of 48 times 18. Which is 432. And it's square centimeters because it's area. The surface area is the lateral area plus, there's only one base in a pyramid. So we're going to have 432 plus 144 is 576 square centimeters. Again, it's surface area, so it's in square units. All right. So let's take a look at this one. We've got a regular hexagonal pyramid. That means the base is a regular hexagon. So I'm going to start there. I'll find the perimeter. There are 6 sides at 6 each. Is 36. To find the area of the base, I have to use 1/2 apothem times perimeter. So just like we did a couple of times off of last night's homework, it's going to split this in half. Each of those will be 3. In a hexagon, hopefully some of you have memorized this by now. The central angle is 60, so this angle is 30. And a 30, 60, 90 across from the 30 is the short leg. And the long leg is the short leg times the square root of 3. So it's half of 3 square roots of 3 times 36. It's 54 square roots of 3. So then the lateral area, 1/2 perimeter of the base times the slant height. So that's 1/2. The perimeter of the base we found was 36. The slant height was 10. Half of 36 is 18, and 18 times 10 is 180. And that'll be square centimeters. The surface area is the lateral area plus, we've only got one base. So that's 180 plus 54 square roots of 3 square centimeters. All right, let's do this cone. So the base of the cone is a circle where the radius is 5. So the circumference is 2 times pi times the radius. So it's 2 times pi times 5 is 10 pi. The area of the base, since it's a circle, is pi times the radius squared. So that's 25 pi. Do all the stuff for the base first, get it out of the way. So then the lateral area is 1/2, it's not perimeter because it's a circle on bottom, so it's 1/2 circumference times the slant height. So it's half of 10 pi, and this is where you should notice 12 is not the slant height, 12 is the height. So, and I apologize, there should have been a right angle drawn here. Please add that in. We're going to have to use Pythagorean theorem to find out how long the slant height is. Some of you probably know that one by now. So this is 25 plus 144 is the slant height squared. So the square root of 169 is 13, so that's our slant height. So half of 10 is 5, and 5 times 13 is 65, so that's 65 pi square feet. And then the surface area is the lateral area plus, there's only one base in a cone, so it's 65 pi plus 25 pi is 90 pi square feet. Yes?
I thought you used like, because they gave us the slant height. Don't we use like the slant height?
We didn't, they didn't give us the slant height. We found the slant height.
Oh, okay.
The slant height has to be leaning over. All right. We talked about this the other day, and I don't remember if we talked about it for area or if we talked about it for volume, but it's the same thing. You don't have to go through and find the surface area and then triple everything and then find the surface area again. They told us that the radius and the slant height are tripled. That means times 3, right? So area is in square units. So if we have times 3 for the regular units, for the square units, we're going to have times 3 squared. So it's going to be multiplied by 9. I don't think so.
No middle school tennis practice today. No middle school tennis practice today, but please let your parents know. High school tennis
All right, we won't have time to do all of this one. However, let's make the plan for it. So can you touch the sides of the cone?
Yeah.
Yes. So it's going to be the lateral area of the cone. Can you touch the base of the cone? No. Can you touch the sides of the cylinder?
Yes.
Yes. So that's the lateral area of the cylinder. Can you touch the bases of the cylinder?
Yes.
Both of them? Just the one on bottom. So plus the base of the cylinder. So that would be your plan. When you're doing surface area, you've always got to come up with some kind of a plan to do it. It's never just surface area plus surface area or surface area minus surface area. All right. Apologize for having to hurry through that.